Hey, everybody. Welcome to Flash Hour. You can see behind me here, we are very festive. We have, this is not, this is not an overlay. This is my actual tree in my home. So welcome to Flash Hour. Appreciate y'all funneling in. What a banger video. Thank you to Sarthik for such a great intro video, trying to improve incrementally as time goes on. I'm sure you can definitely see the improvements that have been made to all of our live streams and, of course, all of our videos as time goes on. Thank you to Sarthik, of course, for a lot of the added features for our live stream. But Flash Hour, what it's all about, we basically go through Flash Trade. We make sure that we go through State of the Trenches, allows everybody to funnel in for all the good news, of course, and gives you a little Solana overview. Then we get into, well, on the first of the month or first live stream of the month, we always go through our monthly transparency report. This is something that was definitely, called upon by the community. It's something that they wanted to see, so we wanted to deliver for them. So we'll go through that. Then we'll go through what's coming next. That is Nas's favorite segment. And then what's coming for Flash Trade, or I'm sorry, I apologize. What is kind of down the line for Flash Trade? We'll be going over Margin Engine V2 and the segmented rollout that we actually have. It's staged in 3 precise stages that will help us test and, of course, bring you the best trading, effortless trading platform on Solana. So let me bring up the main man himself, Anas. Sir, how are you doing today?
GM.
Jim,
Yep, pretty great. Let's get started.
let's get into state of the trenches. So on-chain trading is starting to outpace sex volumes, which is a trend that we've seen just accelerate more and more as the assets available and, of course, the accessibility of on-chain trading is becoming kind of ubiquitous worldwide. We're seeing more
Yes.
and more volumes move to dexes. I
Al-
believe for a while there we were actually exceeding, but it kind of fluctuates back and forth.
I think for good pairs, like even Solana itself, it's the cheapest place to trade Solana, like on Solana blockchain. If you want to trade perps or if you want to trade spot, on chain remains the best and the cheapest place to put in your trades. And I think this is the direction we all are accelerating towards, to bring more on chain volumes so
Yeah.
that people can get the, like, basically this is the future of permissionless finance. This is what we are trying to work towards, and making sure every asset out there there is can be traded on chain and will be traded on chain, and the most volumes would be done on chain in a transparent manner. So
Yeah.
very interesting development.
Yeah, we like peer-to-peer also. That's another thing that I know a lot of Bitcoiners are starting to talk about as they're worried about, you know,
Hmm.
asset or seizure, I should say.
Hmm.
Let's see. Hopefully, I don't mess this up. Scaramucci's Solana Rising book hits #1 on Amazon for new releases, which is huge for, it just shows that interest in specifically Solana, not just crypto as a whole, is growing significantly. That's a
Yes.
pretty big milestone just as the zeitgeist, or as Solana kind of gets into the zeitgeist. As that was a big thing for Ethereum, is that Ethereum had been around so long, it became part of people's vernacular, which is kind of why we still use terms like gas and things like that.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so it's like it gets in, but this is good because this means that we are becoming part of the vernacular. We're becoming part of that like mainstream narrative. So this is just further proof of that.
Yes, we need more voices to talk about Solana so that people come and try out what's in our land. And yeah, it's a sign of growth overall.
Yeah, and then Humidify announces its upcoming TGE. That's like a really great, what is it, a stable coin, right? It's like a yield farming kind of thing.
No. It's basically a proprietary AMM where the team is running the strategy, and it's going to be the first ICO on the new platform. Jupiter's new ICO platform would be
Gotcha.
doing the first ICO for Humidify. It's going to
Mm,
be very interesting to see what they come up with, because as far as I can see, the whole strategy itself is fully off chain and everything is off chain. So it's going to be very interesting what the token is going to be about. I have to go into the details. So yeah.
Yeah, Huma Finance, I think, is the one I was thinking about. I
Mm,
keep getting them mixed up. Yes, but you're right. I apologize. It's the AMM, right? Or
yeah.
Orb Markets from or yeah, Orb Markets from Helios Labs debuted. What is Orbs Markets? Did you get a chance
I
to
think
look into that?
no, it's just a website that is built by Helios,
Yeah.
where they can check out the tokens and swap using Jupyter's API or DFlow uh, APIs underlying. So it's just a front end where you can search the tickers and trade it. And I think Helios is trying to expand into this sphere of trading, just
Wow.
because the founder has a bit of an influence in the crypto sphere, so
It,
they're trying to use that influence and push some new products that are going to make some fees for Helios. But overall, it's just a front end.
yeah. Okay, so it's pushed through DFlow. Nice. Unruggable open pre-orders for their hardware wallet. I actually checked it out. I've
Mhm.
got actually I'm not gonna lie, I've got quite a few hardware wallets. So for me, I haven't picked one up yet, but if I hear a lot of really good things about it, I would definitely consider it. It's kind of
For
it's a
sure.
Solana native wallet, which I I mean, honestly, I don't think many of my wallets are like specifically Solana native. So, um, yeah, I mean, it might be
I
something
think
interesting
you
if you
you
don't
already
have them.
have Seeker, right? Seeker is also a wallet itself,
It's
hardware
very
wallet.
Solana native.
So yeah, but it's interesting to have more participants in this field, because Ledger was becoming like one, like the go-to stop, and they have been adding
Mm,
some very not good features overall. And like the tech behind Ledger is also not open source these days. They are trying to close it. So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
we
One
have
of
the
the good
Seeker.
ones. Yeah, the
Are you
Keystone.
using are you using oh that's a keystone. Are you using the
Yeah,
Seeker as a paperweight, or are you using it?
no. Yeah, I actually use it as a wallet.
Okay.
So
Oh
the
wow, got
seed,
it.
yeah, I've got the seed wallet here. I mean, it's pretty cool because I mean, the big thing for me is it could be like that intermediary. I don't have to
Mhm,
have it
mhm.
on my hot wallet, but this isn't quite a cold wallet, but it is good
Yeah.
enough to just have right here next to my laptop. As you can see, I actually use it. You can see all the updates coming in on
Nice,
the
nice, nice.
actually I just got a flash update. But yeah, it's a daily driver for me. I also have the Helios or Helium mobile
Mhm, mhm.
you know
The
what do you call it?
package.
Subscription. Yeah, so I've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
that on there. Just got the cheapest one. So yeah, I've
Mhm.
been using it. It kind of pulled me away from Keystone because I was using Keystone before, and then I'm also using another one. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, Engrave. Engrave's one of my like that's like my
Mhm.
cold storage where it's it's not connected to the internet. There's no way for it to connect to the internet, so it's like true cold storage for me.
Yeah.
And I just that's a paperweight to be honest, because that's I don't even it just sits there and collects dust. But
Yep.
it's always good to see new innovations in
I think
the
we should
wallet.
also add Flash Trade just uh, posted the documentary of us staying under one roof to ship the fastest exchange.
Yes, we'll pull that up here in a minute so that you all can watch it.
Oh, sure, sure,
We'll
sure.
give you a little preview for it, but
Mhm,
Ore
mhm.
Supply mined in 10 million, brought in 10 million in revenue in 4 weeks. We love our ore community here. Don't forget
Yep.
that you can trade ore on Flash Trade up to 5x, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes,
So
that's
that
5x.
is a great place to mine your ore. And there's a really awesome project out there that we highlighted last week where essentially as you mine your ore, you will be able to, as you get it, you'll be able to immediately from that platform then deposit it into FLP8 and enjoy those juicy yields. So that is an easy way, quick win for us, but also quick win for you. All right. Oh, and then real quick, just before we get into that, can you tell the story? There was a win that you had posted to us, maybe posted out later as well. But there's a win where he said that essentially Orr's downturn, being an FLP8, saved him from all that downside. This is kind of the power of an index, right?
Yes, yes. I think it's because of the fees that FLP accrues due to the market making activity, and then it basically protects you on the downside and gives while giving the exposure of your beloved crypto tokens. So that is how the FLP markets work, and I think a lot of people have benefited greatly by being LPs into ore while ore was going into it through its downturn as of now. But yeah, overall, it just shows that Flash can support volatile assets no matter how high or low they can go.
Yes, absolutely. And FLP1 continues to outperform because, especially on downturns like this, I can tell you, you will
Yes,
be very happy that you're an FLP1. The upside exposure is also there, so you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. Now, before we jump into the monthly review, if you're enjoying this so far, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the Flash Hour. So just go ahead and, if you don't mind, leave us a like, comment, and of course, share this out so we can get it to as many people as possible.
for
Now,
sure.
as far as the monthly review, you can see all the numbers on the screen. This also will be shared later on our X account if you want to dive in deep. But I just want to highlight some key features that we've kind of come out with and things that have happened throughout the month. We were Go ahead.
Before that, I just want to
No, you
highlight
dive in.
yeah, no, no, the important number is about the LP pool PNL with
Mhm,
fees. So right now the pool PNL has kind of dropped down for about $8.2 million, but
mhm.
the PNL has grown. Although the market has been in a severe downturn, the pool made about $600,000 in fees. So that is roughly, how much is it? It's like 9 to 8% in pure fees that LPs earned during the downturn.
Yeah.
So that is like a very interesting thing about, as we were talking just before about the ore pool, all the pools together, they generate so much fees that you have very limited downside risks when the markets are falling altogether, and then when they bounce back you will have much better, you know uh, higher, basically, because you create a lower low and then you go
Yeah.
high.
100%.
So
And
that's
it
what I
creates
just want to highlight. Yeah, yeah.
generates those juicy fees, which is what gets you the yield. It's real yield. It's not just out of Fugazi, like like some places that we've seen in the past, not naming names. Let's see here. As far as the monthly report goes, we reworked on the onboarding flow, so you'll see that the UI is much more, user friendly. It's super easy to onboard, whether you have a wallet, don't have a wallet, want to use socials. All those things are available to you through the kind of privy onboarding that we have. We added Pith Laser for the default price feed for the UI. So you should see a lot more, or I should say, a lot quicker, I guess. I mean, it really doesn't, bring a lot of changes for you. It's just a lot more reliability on our end. And then on the smaller time frames, you see a lot more ticker movement. Ship new landing page, of course, for the actually. Let's see. I'm going to pull that up really
For sure.
quick.
Home
Yeah,
dot
the new
flash to
landing
trade.
new landing page is really cool. I like it a lot. So I just wanted to share that out. Yes. All right. This is pretty cool. So it's something that's been, in the works for quite a while, and we're pretty proud of it. But it's everything that you need to know in one quick, tight bundle on home.flash.trade. And that is, the perfect URL for it. So we've got everything available for you there. It goes through quickly through these little tabs. Super awesome. You have all the links that you'd need, of course, at the bottom for WebKit and everything else. And then, of course, launching the app. So that is our new homepage. Check it out when you have time. And then let's see. Moving back to, we listed, or is that the only listing that we had this month, or did we also list the, or was that last month that we listed? What is it, media or the
I
other
think
listings here?
it was last month. Yes,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah.
So this month, of course, we've been focused on the MagicBlock and margin engine. So those are two
Yes,
things.
the
Degen mode is
biggest updates. The
Yeah,
biggest updates.
those are the biggest ones for sure. But we also shipped degen mode minimum threshold for collateral. We moved it down from 10 to 1. So, and this is really something we talked about last week that Anas talked about last week. Something that you have to keep in mind is that this is really only possible because of the pool to peer model. The
Yes.
other order book models, there's no way that they're going to be able to allow this kind of entry level for this high of leverage, I should say. So integrations with FLP, Carrot, of course, Carrot DeFi is integrated FLP1. We had a lot of people talking about that because you actually got paid to deposit on there. It depends on the what is
Rise of
available
FAF.
still. Yeah, it depends on what is available still for the rewards with FAF. So obviously you were rewarded in FAF if you were actually staking on Carrot. So that was pretty cool. I got to partake in that as well. I still have it deposited on Carrot now. Reworked the new staking rewards mechanism. Is that that's live now, right? I think I saw it.
Which
The
one are we
rewards
talking
mechanism.
about?
We reworked the
Oh yeah,
new
yeah, yeah, yeah,
staking.
yeah, yeah. We basically removed the DeFi integration and then basically giving off that rewards to through the direct partners, but it's
Yep.
still under process because everyone is right now in the midst of traveling or trying to get their breakpoint preparation aligned.
Yep.
So even the team at Flash as well, we are also amidst getting the merch, getting the announcement, getting things aligned because Breakpoint is like the day
9.
for getting all the important stuff out. So
Yeah.
every team is basically busy with their own lane. So I think
Yep.
we'll basically get those uh, rewards through those partner protocols probably next month.
Yep.
But we have
100%.
definitely changed the structure. Right now, there is no rewards for DeFi integrations. There
Yep.
are only direct rewards through partners, and amongst that partners, we only have uh, rewards live through Carrot.
Yeah. And this is in an effort to reward the user directly, not so indirectly, make it easier for the user. And of course, this comes from user feedback, as
Yes.
we really do like, taking your all's feedback that you all give us through Discord. And of course, we do our best to implement it in, the best possible implementation that we can come up with. What basically the last 2 weeks, if you've watched our X account, has been the most major, condensed 2 weeks of kind of this month for us. We've shipped phase 1 of Margin Engine, V2.
Yes.
It says V1 there, but V2. So phase 1 was a big milestone for us. There was a ton of testing. The
I
entire
think,
team
yeah,
was
yes.
absolutely, behind this, and we were trying to push that out as much as possible. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I just want to explore the phase one thing, because phase one was just not one thing. Phase one was basically moving all your positions, every trade and every position opened to B2 system. And then second was there is a huge upgrade to the margining system itself. Before we used to margin using the collateral itself, but now everything is logged in USD terms, which
Yeah.
gives you a much better liquidation price. So liquidations happen much wider than before, which is a very great improvement of UX for all traders. And we
Hmm.
have seen the rise in open interest just after the change of V2, because now traders are more confident with their trades because the liquidations are much wider. And the third thing is the change in referral system as well. Before, the referrals were a dropped. Now you get to claim your referrals and you get to see from which addresses the money is coming in from. So it's a very cleaner view.
Yeah.
And these are like three
Much
major
needed.
updates that happened in phase one.
Yeah, that was much needed. I know that was a pain point for the community for a while. So another one that we were listening to and we shipped. So tick box. Who's keeping track of these? That's what I want to know. Thank you, Tom, by the way, for the retweet or repost. Really appreciate that. There's 158 of you, and Tom is the only one that reposted. Thanks, Tom. I know you got our back. Locking in with MagicBlock's Team IRL, completing the work on the core architecture for both teams. It's a collaborative effort that came together in the UAE, where they were locked in a room for 2 weeks and they didn't have food or water. Just kidding. But we really did. The entire team got together. Just wanted to share this short video with you. I do have it. Oh, do I have it shared? Hold on. Share this short video with you all. And this is kind of a collaboration video here where it goes through exactly what happened and kind of what the whole team views as going to be coming.
Finally, both the teams are under one roof to ship the fastest decentralized exchange.
There is a lot of things so you can make it happen in 1 week together under the same roof. The idea was, okay, let's get together, let's get some caffeine in, let's ship some code, let's fix bugs, and let's get it done.
Flash Trade is an exchange for the world. Trade anything, anytime, with the lowest possible fees, and just offer the best UX for traders.
So MagicBlock you could think of as infrastructure that allows you to put your Solana programs and transactions on the fast track. So Solana is already very fast, but for some use cases we want to be even faster, and MagicBlock will do that.
The most interesting thing about this gathering is teams coming from all around the world. Literally people from 8 different countries are right sitting in the villa, shipping the best possible tech out there. 6 months before, we didn't even know this was possible, but now it's all coming together right here, right in Dubai.
The goal to have this sprint have a working first version of the system show that it can actually work. And it's like a strategic time before breakpoint. So like shipping something that the first version of the project that showed the tag that works.
MagicBlocks is an OG team which have been building in the space for quite some time now. They've built the Solana Unity SDK. So this is a team which knows the ins and outs of how Solana evolved to what it is today. And they're the best position to also chart out the future of how executions would work.
Flash Trade is like one of the examples where speed matters and where users can have a better experience. And in this case, it's a perfect gel with MagicBlock, because MagicBlock enables Flash Trade to be as fast as needed.
The vision and the ambition of these two different teams, but that ultimately are kind of working in the same direction of having the blockchain as mainstream, like everyone ultimately will be on chain. And we think 1 year, 2 year, way more things, way more finance, way more use case will be on chain.
So instead of competing against engineering powerhouses, it's better if you complement the efforts and build a parallel SVM, which derives the same benefits of having state integrity connected to mainnet. So that is where ephemeral rollups from MagicBlocks are a game changer. And we believe this would be the way forward to scale Solana.
They don't need to invest in huge infrastructure. They can just basically ensure their programs run on Solana and then add some little extra hooks to also run on MagicBlock. We want to see a lot of apps. There's not a huge upfront investment in infrastructure at all, because you just use the MagicBlock nodes combined with the Solana nodes.
So the goal of 3 months from here would be to see an exchange that comes live, which has the possibility to trade anything from anywhere without any costs. And I'm sure the great teams that are come together gonna ship it.
Let's go. That was pretty good. All right.
Max, the goal in 3 months. Sheesh.
Yeah. 3 months. Well, I mean, it's all up to you guys for sure.
No. I will just say it's already started. It's already almost live there. So I think 3 months is kind of long. It's shorter
Really?
than 3 months. Yeah.
Okay. Jeez, that gets me even more excited. The current development priorities is more Forex listings, add spot, gold, and other equities in FLP2, degen mode, and on pool 2. Right now, degen mode is only on pool
Pool
1, but realistically, it's only on BTC, Sol, and ETH. So not even all of pool 1, but yeah, we're looking to expand our offerings on degen mode. New trade wars system with funded wallets. I'm excited for this because this will allow me, instead of constantly trying to curate individuals from the community or influencers, it'll allow me to be much more interactive with the actual community and actual viewers, being able to pull them up on stage, have them actually trade live with these funded wallets. It's a really cool feature that we hope not only will other creators in the space utilize, but of course we'll utilize for some of our lives as well, to be way more interactive with our community. And then of course, we do have Breakpoint coming up. This is kind of taking up a lot of our time preparing for, and it is only 9 days away. So we are really focused on Breakpoint, what we're going to bring to Breakpoint. Did you want to speak a little bit about, I know you were just telling me how you and Zahib are actually going to be on stage. So
Yeah. Yep. A lot of things in works, and I actually very excited. But I'm not gonna leak things as of now. I just want to keep it under wraps
no. Yeah, I just wanted you to talk about how you're going to be on stage, Zahib's going to be on stage, how
Yep.
the booth that we have set up, what we're bringing, those kinds of things. Not so much what you're going to talk about, because that would
Yeah.
defeat the purpose of being on stage. But
No worries. I think a lot of interesting merch is also being shipped in.
Yeah.
Thanks to Sardak and I think Panda as well. So we're bringing in a lot of great merch, which is all designed in our new theme and the new logo. So I think a lot of people would be very, very, I think, shocked by what's going to be announced overall. So we will keep things under wraps until then, but very, very aligned and to make things happen as of now.
yeah, it'd be a great time to be a part of the Flash community, as well as it'll be a great Christmas. It's like a Christmas gift right in your lap. So yes, and you said both you and Zahib are both speaking, right? So you're
Yep,
both on
yep.
panels. So we'll look forward to both of those. We'll be posting that out, of course, on our X account to make sure that you're kind of up to date. If you're not able to make it, we realize that there are quite a lot of people that are not able to make it, and we want to make sure that you get all the latest info. And if you follow my account too, if you followed it last year for Singapore, I was dropping all kinds of videos and updates and things like that were live from that day. So that was fun. It seemed to get a lot of engagement. A lot of people really enjoyed that. So I'll probably continue that this year as well. I also jump in spaces during that time to make sure, in case anybody wanted to ask questions, or they're like, oh, I want you to go check out XYZ, and I'll actually go check it out live in spaces. So I do that typically with like Marty Party or Mason's DAO. So check out either of those two spaces. I'll be doing that as well. But moving on to your favorite segment here, what did we get done this week?
Yep, I think the most important thing for the V2 was getting done with the phase 1, as we discussed last week. Flash, with the V2 launch, we are basically doing it in 3 different phases, and the first phase was just shipped, and the first phase has so many neat features that we just discussed, which is one is like the USD backed collateral, which makes your
huge.
liquidation fees much more wider, and the new referral system, which makes you get a better control over what your referees are earning and a better view of things. I think you can just see, even now, if you have any referees, you can just go to the token page under the utility tab. You would find all your referral benefits and the wallets. And I think the most important thing right now the team is working is on a new Remora pool, which is basically a real world assets pool. And we're going to be using this pool for spot trading right now, where this pool will power trading of swaps. and spot swaps, and then it will be all quoted using pits, uh, pro feeds, which are like the fastest feed possible, which is like the latent. There is basically no latencies with these feeds, and using these spot markets, Remora would be basically moving their liquidity, hopefully, to this pool, and this pool would basically be used for all spot swaps and eventually for perps. That is the idea, and then the liquidity itself, like the pool would act as an index of all
Yeah.
the Remora issued assets. So a very neat integration and a partnership, to be honest. And I think we'll also finalize much more terms with the Remora team as we meet with them at Breakpoint. So far,
Yeah.
we've been discussing over all the calls and all the stuff, but a very interesting partnership under works as we speak, which will basically boost Flash's offering as an spot AMM or a perp exchange. So the power of FLP pools is much interesting. You can use them as just a prop AMM, or you can use them for perps as well. So that is something that is under works as we speak, and we'll have that pool live later today. But I don't think we're going to do much announcements around it because it's still under testing phase. But this is something that is being worked on, so I just shared it here. Apart from that, the next thing is, the Breakpoint preparations are in full swing. The
Yeah.
merch is currently in air, I think so, and and then I'm just trying to get my presentation fully ready. And I think you all need to fly in as well. When are you flying
Yeah.
in, by the way?
I'm flying in on the 9th. So, I mean, I'll make it there on the 10th, but I'll be flying out here East Coast time in the States on the 9th. So I'll make it there on the 10th, and I'll be there through the 15th. So
Got
I'll
it.
be there for quite a bit. But yeah, mainly just around Breakpoint. Get in a day early, be able to get set up, kind of acclimated, I guess you could say. The jet lag out, and then full swing for Breakpoint, and then flying back home here
I think
for
this
Christmas
reminds
time.
this reminds me that we won't be having a flash hour next week because everyone would be flying in for Breakpoint. So we better be aligned on that as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The
And
go
you're
ahead.
saying something?
So we do have a question here. I'll just pop it up on screen.
Okay.
Zahib, he reposted us too. Thank you, brother. It says, any plans in works to leverage Step/Remora relationship to get some marketing done with Solana Floor? I actually
Max, you
don't
might
know.
know this.
Yeah, it's something. The biggest thing right now is that there's really just not a lot to go on because we're just testing. But I mean, obviously there will be. So yes, there are plans that will be laid out in the future for sure. We'll definitely utilize Steps connections as well. I'm sure Steps would be more than happy to do that since they now have skin in the game with their Remora product. So yeah, I mean, there will be, but like Anas just alluded to, is that we're not doing a full-fledged announcement yet. But yes, Tom, you are correct. There will be some marketing, co-marketing push between us both. It's advantageous for them to do that as well.
Yep.
Something I wanted to ask about the Remora pool is, obviously it's in testing at the moment, but something that you kind of alluded to, but you didn't really touch on, is the fact that this could be offered as a service.
Yes.
So this is a moment that I'd like to take for you to expound upon why, what's so powerful about this. There are specific use cases for these prop AMMs, like you said, but that's kind of the niche market that we'd be targeting. So I wanted you to just explain a little bit more as to why this might not be used for everything, but there are specific things that this would be extremely good at handling.
No, I think the most this can be used for any prop AMM, any spot asset that you want to trade. You can basically spin up an FLP pool, and then if this FLP pool is integrated through the aggregator routes such as Titan, DFlow, or Jupiter, these pools would basically market make for the spot swaps, and then we do have the specific configurations in the set that can be changed according to make sure you don't get eaten up by other prop AMMs if there is some sort of contention going on. But overall, this is something that we are currently working on, to be honest. So not much to give out specific comments on, but overall FLP pools can be used for spot trading, and this is what we are basically gonna unlock with Remora. But if we were to talk about just prop AMM as a service, one thing that I want to highlight is like you cannot do that same thing what Humidify or Solfi is doing with Sol markets, especially because these guys are actually not making any money, to be honest, because they are serving very, very cheap spot swaps. So, and
But it's the
then
volume that counts.
but no, like, see, if you slash your fees to a negligible value, you can serve billions of dollars in volume, but I'm not sure how sustainable it will be as
Sure.
we move ahead.
But that's what they're
So
relying on. They if they don't get those crazy amounts of volumes, then they're really struggling.
you can do that on Flash itself. You can just get down the fees and then have the $1 billion volume. But if you're not making any money, then how can you like run things? I'm not sure about. So that, I think that is the reason that they're doing an ICO. Because if they if they were very profitable with that holy amount of volume that they're serving,
There'd be no reason to
then
subsidize it.
exactly there would be no reason of doing an ICO. So I think that
Yeah.
is something that we are seeing with what Humidify is doing. But yeah, that is a service we are doing. And the next thing, as we had on the slide, which is the funded wallet feature,
Yes.
we will be launching a new feature which basically is a way for us to hand out funded accounts. And what we will basically do is like we will give anyone any code, and then when they enter the code on Flash, they'll get an access to an account which is funded like $10, $50, or $100, and you can trade on it. And then we can have specific rules set over it that if you make this much amount of money, then you can get to keep the money, and if you lose, you the like that doesn't affect anyone else. And we've also made sure this funded wallets can be traded by people having no soul in their accounts. So the neatest feature here is like you can log in with your email or phone number, put in the access code, trade with the wallet that is already funded, and then if you make money, you get to keep that money. So very, very neat feature overall.
Yeah, it'll be even cooler on MagicBlocks. Yeah. Sorry, I got to bring it back to that. Super excited, as you can tell, is MagicBlocks. It's one of my I get giddy when I talk about it. All right, here. The next slide we are moving to is the phase 1 migration. We've really belabored the point on that. Again, just to reiterate, the migration of your positions, USD-based collateral improvement, liquidation pricing. So basically, instead of, if you had SOL as collateral, as SOL devalues and you're in a long and it's going down, of course, your liquidation price would actually rise at the same time. So it would kind of collapse in on itself. Now with the USD-backed collateral, your liquidation stays exactly where it is, and you don't have that issue anymore with liquidations. Now the referral system upgrade we talked about as well, and that is, like Nas said, is live on the platform, so you can go check that out. Now phase 2, this is really what I wanted to get into, is the flu mechanism. You've talked about it quite a bit as far as just mentioning flu, but you really never delved into why it's important. Maybe you did a little bit, but I'd like to deep dive in on it now, just to kind of reiterate what this is and then why is it important to the user.
Sure. Yeah, basically the flu mechanism is what enables us to list all those assets that we want, because before this we had to find the spot asset or go through the synthetic route. So both of these ways were kind of not scalable ways of adding more assets. But now with the phase 2, what basically it opens up is like we will have pool 1 with the assets that we have, but we can list more assets using the same set of collateral that we already have logged in pool 1. So basically you would be able to trade hype, you'd be able to trade BNB, XRP, any of those assets. And moving ahead on the real world side of things, you would be able to use SPY as collateral to trade Tesla, Nvidia, Google, anything else. And then
Yep.
this basically opens up a very neat balance between LPs and traders, because LPs want their pools to be specific asset backed. They don't want all the shitty things in under one pool. So what we'll do is, like,
Exactly.
we'll keep the pools intact with the best possible assets there are, and then on the using these pool token collaterals, we will open up trading for other assets, which would not change the composition of the pool, but it will unlock more trading pairs using the same assets that are in the pool that the LPs love, while also satisfying the thirst for listing more assets for all
Yep.
the traders out there. So it basically gives you a balanced win over the traders and LPs. So this is something that we have worked quite some time for now. We have worked on it for, I think it's like 7 to 8 months. It's been under works for long, because it's a very new mechanism that we had to uh, understand, and then reevaluate, and then reevaluate, and then test it on ways we could test, and then use our own experience. And then through the downturns that happened, that also gave us much more understanding of how this mechanism would work out if there was this sharp downturn that happened before. So that is something that we used our own time to come up and come up with the mechanism. I've actually written about the mechanism much more details in the
Yep,
article that
blog
I
post.
posted last month, I think so. But yeah.
Very good. It was very good. I read through both, actually. You have two. Two articles that were written by Panda and Anas. They're both really, really good and go into amazing detail. I'll actually take that just so we don't take up a ton more time, and I'll post those articles down below. So look for those. You can come back to this post here, this live, and I will post it down below for you. Or if the team's watching, if they could do that for me, that would be amazing. But otherwise, I will make sure that that is done, because those articles are really important if you want to delve into the granular details of kind of like why and what of the flu mechanism. But that's really the crown jewel, would you not say?
Yes, I think that is the crown jewel, along with funding mechanism itself, which is going to come in phase 3, which will basically open up more trading volumes and more open interest, because it would also allow people to hedge their positions or earn the funding fees or do the delta neutral arb or
Yeah,
arb funding
that's true.
rates. So I think both of them are important, and that is why they have been given their own phases, because
Mhm.
they unlock a huge step forward for Flash in many ways that will grow Flash into a bigger
Yeah, the funding
exchange.
mechanism's more on the LP side, right? But yeah, I mean, well, I guess
I think
not.
it's on the
I'd say-
trader side as well. For funding
Yeah, I
is,
was about to say
is on the
for
trader
shorts
side.
and yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true. Open interest. For whether it's going to be advantageous for you to take a short or a long. But yeah, the funding will be huge for that. But the only thing with the funding mechanism is that something, and this is, I literally don't know, so I'm just asking. Is that something that you were saying in the next 3 months would be achievable, or is that maybe more down the line after Magic Blocks? Because
Funding mechanism?
the funding mechanism.
No. It's basically dependent on phase 2 going live, which will be after breakpoint,
Yeah,
because everyone is flying, and we don't want to mess up with the production things while everyone is out in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. So
yeah. My
So,
thing is more like I just wanted to give the audience a
timeline.
well, you said 3 months, so I don't want to give them
No,
that was kind of my point.
The
It's like,
3
don't give
months
them an
timeline.
unrealistic
Yeah,
timeline.
the 3 months timeline is for MagicBlock's move.
Yes,
I think
just wanna be
phase 2,
clear.
phase 3 will be done back to back once we all are back from the breakpoint. So everything is basically being rigorously tested on DevNet, so that we don't have any surprises when we go on mainnet, and testing and then engineering. And this engineering is not something that we have forked for somewhere else and build.
No.
coded. So that is the reason why things take some time. But I'm sure everything would be live by the end of Jan, like phase 2 and phase 3,
Perfect.
which is
That's what I was looking
2026
for.
Jan. Yeah.
Want to give realistic timelines. I just want to make sure that everybody kind of understood that this is separate from Magic Blocks, and
Yes.
phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 will all be rolled out, and then Magic Blocks is kind of something that will be as soon as that's all good to go, we'll be full steam ahead with the Magic Blocks integration. So that was the 3-month reference. But other than that, anything else you wanted to add before we wrap up and close here? Anything for the audience? We have 257, 258 now.
Yep. I think watch out for our talk at Breakpoint, which is going to happen on 11th December, which is Friday. And we will be doing some very, very important announcements regarding the future of Flash itself. So I think that is something that we've worked so far. And then we've also worked together by getting all the teams at one place. So I think that is something that everyone should look forward to right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the big thing there is stay tuned for Breakpoint. Like I say, I understand that not everybody can make it, of course. Not everybody could be there in person, but you can participate in the Solana Breakpoint lives. So where you can catch Anas and Zahib on both of their panels, and those will be streamed on YouTube, just like they were for any of the other conferences that you enjoyed. So we look forward to all of those things. Let me get you out of here, Anas. And sir, I'll bid you adieu. I'm sure you are very busy and you have a ton of things to do. This is a busy Monday for us. So I'll talk to you soon in the stand-up.
Bye-bye.
See ya. All right. So just as the closeout here for Flash Hour, we really appreciate you watching as always. If you want to get more involved with the community or learn more about Flash Trade, of course, attend every Flash Hour. This is where you get the most up-to-date information for Flash Trade. You can always drop your comments and, we'll answer them live for you as Tom does every single week. We appreciate you, Tom, but also join our Discord. We do have a Discord server. It's very active. We have a very good community there. If you end up staking your FAF, of course, you get access to a exclusive chat where the team is much more active and interactive with our community there. So that's a great place. And then, of course, if you do stake enough FAF, you're actually able to get involved with Flash Labs. Flash Labs is the future of Flash Trade. We take all feedback from the Flash Trade community, and we hash it out there and try to come up with kind of the perfect proposal or perfect solution for a particular problem that the community is seeing. It's a great place to kind of be heard in the Flash community. But other than that, follow us on X. Of course, turn on the notifications to be updated with every single thing going on here at Flash. And if you're interested in diving into the docs, I'm particularly proud of those docs, but it's docs.flash.trade. You can always see those there. If you want to see our new landing page, it's home.flash.trade. And of course, the trading platform itself is flash.trade. We look forward to seeing you all at Breakpoint. Don't forget, Friday, December 11th, you will see Anas on stage at Breakpoint dropping the biggest Flash Trade announcement, the hugest, the largest, the most monumental, announcement of Flash Trade. And of course, guys, we really appreciate you tuning in. I won't hold you here any longer. Go enjoy your week, and we will catch up with you next week on Flash Hour.